Welcome to today's Lost Souls, where we bring you the most impactful and unforgettable stories from around the world. Today, we remember the lives of remarkable individuals whose legacies continue to inspire and resonate. From iconic musicians to trailblazing activists, join us as we celebrate their extraordinary contributions and bid farewell to those who have left an indelible mark on our lives. Stay tuned for a journey through their incredible stories.
Brian Murphy. Passed away at the age of 92, Brian Murphy was a beloved English actor and comedian, best known for his iconic portrayal of George Roper in the groundbreaking 1970s British sitcoms Man About the House and its popular spin-off George and Mildred. Born Brian Trevor John Murphy on September 25, 1932, on the Isle of Wight, England, he forged a distinguished career that combined sharp comedic timing with a deeply humane and relatable charm, winning over audiences for decades. Murphy's journey into acting began after completing his national service with the Royal Air Force at Northwood, where he met fellow aspiring actor Richard Briers. Following his military service, Murphy joined the Theatre Workshop, a progressive theatre company founded by Joan Littlewood. This group was dedicated to revitalizing British theatre and making it accessible to wider audiences, particularly working-class communities. Murphy's involvement in the Theatre Workshop included performances in Shakespearean productions and the seminal kitchen sink comedy film Sparrows Can't Sing, 1963, directed by Littlewood. His early career helped shape his foundation in character-driven comedy. Murphy's big break came when he landed the role of George Roper, the easygoing and henpecked landlord in Man About the House, 1973-1976. The sitcom was notable for its somewhat provocative storyline for the era, centering on a man sharing an apartment with two single women. Murphy's portrayal of George Roper captured the affable and bumbling everyman, offering audiences a humorous but sympathetic character. His chemistry with co-star Eutha Joyce, who played his wife Mildred, was central to the show's success, making the couple one of British television's most beloved pairs. Following the success of Man About the House, Murphy reprised George Roper in the spin-off George and Mildred, 1976-1979, which focused on their married life. The show ran for 5 series and was poised for a 6th before tragedy struck, with the death of Eutha Joyce in 1980 due to liver failure, which deeply affected Murphy and the series' future. The character of George Roper was adapted for the American show Three's Company, with Norman Fell playing a similar landlord role. Beyond these classic roles, Murphy enjoyed a diverse television career. He appeared in enduring British series like Last of the Summer Wine as Alvin Smedley, and had roles in The Catherine Tate Show, Holby City, and Benidorm. His work stretched into children's programming as well, including the role of Stan the shopkeeper in Wizadora. Throughout, Murphy remained respected for his warmth, versatility, and the genuine humanity he brought to his characters. In his personal life, Murphy was married to actress Linda Reagan, known for her role in High to High, and as a crime novelist. The couple shared a loving relationship spanning multiple decades until his passing. Murphy also had 2 sons from a previous marriage. His family life was private, but characterized by deep bonds and support. Murphy passed away peacefully at his home in Kent on February 2, 2025, following a short battle with cancer. Tributes from fans and colleagues alike celebrated his joyful and profoundly good-hearted spirit, his considerable talent, and the comfort his performances brought to generations of viewers. Darren Litton, creator of Benidorm, expressed deep sadness over the loss of the comedic legend, highlighting Murphy's enduring influence on British television comedy. Brian Murphy's career remains an enduring testament to the power of character-driven comedy and the importance of portraying everyday people with affection and humor. His legacy lives on through the timeless joy he brought to audiences and the pioneering spirit he embodied within British entertainment. Kim Sae-ron. Passed away at the age of 24, Kim Sae-ron was a South Korean actress who began her career as a child actress and quickly rose to prominence as one of the country's most promising young talents. Born on July 31, 2000, in Seoul, South Korea, she gained international recognition for her outstanding performances and was viewed as a bright star in Korean cinema and television. Kim Sae-ron debuted in acting at the tender age of 9 with the film A Brand New Life, 2009, a poignant drama that was screened at the Cannes Film Festival, marking the start of her acclaimed career. She became well known for her roles in major films such as The Man from Nowhere, 2010, a box office hit in South Korea, and A Girl at My Door, 2014, for which she received critical praise. She also made notable appearances in television series, like Listen to My Heart, 2011, The Queen's Classroom, 2013, and Secret Healer, 2016, showcasing her versatility in various genres. Despite her promising career, Kim faced difficulties later in life. In 2022, her career took a significant hit after a drunk driving incident in Seoul, leading to public backlash and a fine equivalent to about $13,150 USD. This incident led to her stepping back from the entertainment industry. Her involvement in ongoing projects suffered, with her final appearance mostly trimmed in the 2023 Netflix series Bloodhounds. On February 16, 2025, Kim Sae-ron was found dead at her residence in Seoul by a friend. Investigations concluded that her death was a suicide. Her passing sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and among fans worldwide, sparking conversations about the pressures of celebrity life, mental health, and media scrutiny in South Korea. Kim Sae-ron had reportedly changed her name while preparing a major comeback and was exploring new projects and personal ventures before her untimely death. Her funeral was held privately, with celebrities and family paying respects, in a somber tribute to the young actress whose life was cut tragically short. Kim's story remains a cautionary tale about the harsh realities faced by young celebrities and the importance of compassion and mental health awareness in the high-pressure environment of the entertainment industry. P.H. Moriarty passed away at the age of 86. P.H. Moriarty was a distinguished British character actor and voice artist best remembered for his gritty, intense roles in iconic films such as The Long Good Friday and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Born Paul Hugh Moriarty on September 23, 1938, in Deptford, London, England, he came to acting later in life after years of hard, physical work as a boxer and dock worker, bringing a raw authenticity to his memorable on-screen personas. Before entering the world of acting, Moriarty worked as a boxer and longshoreman at the Surrey commercial docks. His transition to acting came unexpectedly when a film crew shooting on the docks took notice of him and offered him a role, which ignited his passion for the craft. He adopted the stage name P.H. Moriarty to distinguish himself from another actor named Paul Moriarty. Moriarty's early breakthrough role came as Razors in John Mackenzie's The Long Good Friday, 1980, a highly influential British crime thriller. His portrayal of edgy, intimidating characters became a hallmark of his career. In 1981, he starred as a hitman in Peter Hyams's sci-fi western Outland. Moriarty continued to build his reputation through solid supporting roles, including Jack Tate in Jaws 3D, 1983. One of his most beloved roles was as Hatchet Harry Lonsdale, the gangster mentor in Guy Ritchie's 1998 cult classic Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Moriarty infused the character with a commanding presence and subtle menace, which helped cement the film's status as a stylish and witty British crime comedy. Beyond film, Moriarty also portrayed Gurney Halleck in the Sci-Fi Channel's 2000 Hot Tours miniseries Frank Herbert's Dune and its 2003 sequel Frank Herbert's Children of Dune, showcasing his ability to traverse genres. Throughout his career, he appeared in numerous television series such as The Bill, Doctors, Judge John Deed, and thief-takers, often portraying tough, no-nonsense characters with depth and sincerity. His voice acting and narration added another dimension to his versatile talents. Moriarty was married to Margaret Newman, and together they had 3 children. His private life remained grounded away from the glitz of the film industry, reflecting his humble beginnings and strong family values. P.H. Moriarty passed away peacefully on February 25 in London. Tributes from the film community celebrated his unique place in British cinema, an actor who brought authenticity, edge, and heart to every role. Moriarty's legacy endures in the memorable performances that continue to inspire fans and actors alike. Jerry Butler passed away at the age of 85. Jerry Butler was a legendary American soul singer, songwriter, producer, and politician, affectionately known as the Iceman, for his smooth, powerful baritone voice and commanding stage presence. Born Jerry Butler Jr. on December 8, 1939, in Sunflower, Mississippi, he rose to fame as the original lead vocalist of the influential R&B group The Impressions, before embarking on a successful solo career that left an indelible mark on soul music. Butler's musical journey began in Chicago, where he moved with his family at the age of 3. He sang alongside Curtis Mayfield in gospel groups, a foundation that shaped his vocal style rich in emotion and nuance. In the late 1950s, as the lead singer of The Impressions, he brought a blend of gospel, R&B, and pop that resonated widely. The group's debut single, For Your Precious Love, co-written by Butler and Curtis Mayfield, became a breakthrough hit and has been covered by many artists over the years. In 1960, Butler parted ways with The Impressions, allowing Mayfield to take the group in a more politically charged direction. Butler began focusing on his solo career, quickly scoring hits like He Will Break Your Heart, which stayed at number 1 on the R&B chart for 7 weeks and reached number 7 on the pop charts. His smooth delivery and heartfelt lyrics earned him the nickname The Iceman, coined by a Philadelphia disc jockey who admired Butler's cool composure on stage. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Jerry Butler delivered numerous hits such as Make It Easy on Yourself, Let It Be Me, a duet with Betty Everett, Only the Strong Survive, and Hey, Western Union Man. His style embraced the lush Philly soul sound, collaborating with songwriters and producers Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, and he earned Grammy nominations and critical acclaim. Butler's influence stretched beyond music. Artists like Bruce Springsteen, Rod Stewart, and Elvis Presley later covered his songs, underscoring his broad impact on popular music. Apart from his musical success, Butler made significant contributions to public service. He served as a Cook County Commissioner in Illinois from 1985 to 2018, using his platform to advocate for health, education, and social services in the Chicago area. Known for his eloquence and dedication, he balanced a respected political career with ongoing musical contributions. Jerry Butler's legacy is that of a soulful storyteller whose music articulated love, hardship, and resilience with elegance and depth. His passing in February 2025 was mourned by fans and fellow musicians worldwide. He is remembered not only for his velvety baritone and timeless hits, but also for his grace, talent, and commitment to community. Wings Hauser passed away at the age of 77. Wings Hauser was a prolific American actor, screenwriter, film director, and musician, known for his dynamic performances in film and television over a career spanning nearly 6 decades. Born Gerald Dwight Hauser on December 12, 1947 in Hollywood, California, Wings was the son of Dwight Hauser, an Academy Award-winning writer, director, and producer, and Geraldine Hauser. This artistic lineage influenced his diverse and enduring career in the entertainment industry. Hauser began his acting career at the age of 18 with a minor role in the 1967 war film First to Fight. Although he came from a family involved in film, Wings initially pursued music and released an album titled Your Love Keeps Me Off the Streets in 1975 under the name Wings Livin' Right. Despite its limited commercial success, this music venture helped provide stability for him and his daughter Bright. Wings Hauser became known for playing intense, often tough, and edgy characters. His breakout film role was as the psychopathic pimp Ramrod in the 1982 crime thriller Vice Squad, which remains one of his most iconic performances. He showcased his versatility in other notable films such as A Soldier's Story, 1984, Tough Guys Don't Dance, 1987, for which he earned an Independent Spirit Award nomination for Best Supporting Male, and Life is Calling, 1986, alongside Richard Pryor. In addition to his film work, Hauser had an extensive television career with over 100 credits. He appeared on popular television series including The Young and the Restless, where he played Greg Foster for several seasons starting in 1977, China Beach, Roseanne, Beverly Hills, 90210, Magnum P.I., and many others. His presence was felt across genres, from soap operas and dramas to action series, often leaving an indelible mark on every role. Wings Hauser's personal life was marked by resilience and dedication. Despite periods of hardship, including times when he was homeless, early in his career, he maintained a strong commitment to his craft and family. He was married multiple times and was a devoted father, with his son Cole Hauser following in his footsteps to become a popular actor known for roles in shows like Yellowstone. In his final years, Hauser battled chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, which led to declining health. He passed away peacefully at his home in Santa Monica, California on March 15, 2025. His wife Callie Lily Hauser, who was also his creative partner, shared a heartfelt tribute highlighting his legendary career and the enduring respect he earned from colleagues and fans alike. Wings Hauser's legacy is that of a versatile, hard-working actor who brought authenticity, toughness, and complexity to his roles. With his commanding screen presence and dedication to storytelling, he left an impressive body of work that continues to entertain and inspire. Dennis Arndt passed away at the age of 86. Dennis Arndt was a respected American actor best known for his work in film, television, and theater, including his critically acclaimed role in the Broadway play Heisenberg. Born on February 23, 1939, in Clyde, Ohio, Arndt led a remarkable life that included military service, a late-blooming acting career, and notable appearances in iconic films like Basic Instinct and SW8. Before embracing acting, Arndt served his country as a helicopter pilot in the Vietnam War, where he was awarded the Purple Heart twice for his valor. After his military career, he flew helicopters in Alaska and later pursued a degree at the University of Washington. His path to acting was unconventional. A friend persuaded him to audition for a local theater in Seattle, sparking a passion that led to extensive stage work. He became a founding member of Seattle's Intiman Theater and spent 15 seasons at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival in Ashland. Oregon Arndt's television career was prolific, with recurring roles on popular series such as L.A. Law, Picket Fences, Annie Maguire, The Practice, and guest appearances on Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, and The Good Fight. His film roles include notable parts in Basic Instinct, 1992, as Lieutenant Phil Walker, where he participated in one of the film's most famous interrogation scenes with Sharon Stone's character, and SWAT, 2003, where he portrayed Sergeant Howard. A crowning achievement late in his career was his Tony Award nomination for Best Actor in a Play for his performance as Alex Priest in Heisenberg, 2016, a two-character play about an unlikely romance between a 75-year-old butcher and a spirited 42-year-old woman. Critics praised his magnetic presence and nuanced portrayal, marking his only Broadway appearance but solidifying his legacy as a gifted stage actor. Dennis Arndt was also an avid sailor, expressing a passion for navigating the San Juan Islands near his home in Ashland, Oregon. He cherished his private life, sharing decades with his wife, Magie Downey, and raising 7 children between them, along with grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Arndt passed away peacefully in his bed at his beloved cabin in Ashland on March 25, 2025. His family celebrated his wit, charm, rebellious spirit, humor, and dedication to his art, calling him a true Renaissance man whose legacy continues in the hearts of those who knew him and audiences at large. Charles Robert Redford. Charles Robert Redford Jr. was born on August 18, 1936 in Santa Monica, California, to Martha Hart Redford and Charles Robert Redford, Sr. His early years were marked by the typical struggles of a Depression-era American family, though his childhood experiences would later profoundly influence his artistic sensibilities and environmental consciousness. Growing up in a modest household, young Robert was the elder of 2 children. His father worked as an accountant for Standard Oil, while his mother was a homemaker who possessed a deep appreciation for the arts. The Redford family lived in a small apartment in Santa Monica before eventually moving to Van Nuys in the San Fernando Valley, where Robert would spend most of his formative years. As a child, Robert displayed a restless energy and a natural inclination toward adventure. He was not particularly interested in academics, finding himself more drawn to outdoor activities and sports. His blonde hair and striking blue eyes made him stand out among his peers. But it was his rebellious spirit and independent nature that truly defined his character during these early years. The young Redford found solace in the California wilderness, often venturing into the mountains and deserts surrounding Los Angeles. These early experiences with nature would later become a central theme in both his personal life and professional career. He developed a deep connection with the American landscape that would influence his later work as a filmmaker and environmental activist. His relationship with his parents was complex. His father was a practical man who emphasized the importance of stability and conventional success, while his mother encouraged Robert's more artistic and creative impulses. This tension between practicality and creativity would become a recurring theme throughout his life, ultimately leading him to pursue both commercial success and artistic integrity in his career. During his teenage years, Robert attended Van Nuys High School, where he was an average student academically but excelled in sports, particularly baseball. His athletic abilities earned him some recognition, but his real passion lay elsewhere. He was increasingly drawn to art and began experimenting with painting and sketching, showing a natural talent that would later inform his visual sensibilities as a director. The death of his younger brother, who died in infancy, cast a shadow over the Redford household and contributed to Robert's somewhat melancholic and introspective nature. This early experience with loss would later influence his portrayal of complex, emotionally wounded characters in many of his films. Robert Redford's journey to becoming one of Hollywood's most iconic actors began in the late 1950s when he moved to New York City to study at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts. After a brief stint at the University of Colorado, where he had received a baseball scholarship, Redford realized that his true calling lay in the performing arts, rather than athletics or conventional academia. His early years in New York were marked by struggle and determination. He worked various odd jobs while auditioning for roles, living in small apartments, and experiencing the typical hardships of an aspiring actor. However, his striking good looks, natural charisma, and dedication to his craft soon began to pay dividends. He started landing small roles in television productions and off-Broadway plays, gradually building his reputation in the entertainment industry. Redford's breakthrough came in the early 1960s with his role in the Broadway play Barefoot in the Park, alongside Jane Fonda. The play was a massive success, and when it was adapted for film in 1967, Both Redford and Fonda reprised their roles, marking Redford's significant entry into Hollywood cinema. This romantic comedy showcased his natural charm and comedic timing, establishing him as a leading man with both dramatic range and commercial appeal. The late 1960s and early 1970s represented the golden period of Redford's acting career. In 1969, he starred alongside Paul Newman in Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid, directed by George Roy Hill. This film was a game-changer for Redford, as his portrayal of the Sundance Kid captured audiences worldwide. The chemistry between Newman and Redford was electric, and the film's blend of Western action, humor, and buddy dynamics made it a massive box office success. Redford's performance demonstrated his ability to hold his own alongside established stars while bringing a unique blend of cockiness and vulnerability to his character. The success of Butch Cassidy was followed by another collaboration with Paul Newman in The Sting 1973, again directed by George Roy Hill. This elaborate con artist caper film won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and further cemented Redford's status as a major Hollywood star. His portrayal of Johnny Hooker showcased his ability to balance charm with cunning, and the film's success proved that his partnership with Newman was box office gold. Perhaps Redford's most critically acclaimed performance came in 1973 with The Way We Were opposite Barbara Streisand. In this romantic drama, Redford played Hubble Gardner, a privileged, somewhat apolitical writer who becomes involved with Katie Morosky, Streisand's passionate political activist character. The film explored themes of love, politics, and personal compromise against the backdrop of 1930s and 1940s America. Redford's performance was nuanced and emotionally complex, showing his ability to portray characters with internal conflicts and moral ambiguities. All the President's Men, 1976, marked another career-defining moment for Redford, both as an actor and as a force in Hollywood. Playing Washington Post reporter Bob Woodward, Redford helped bring the Watergate scandal to the big screen in a gripping political thriller. The film was not only a commercial success, but also demonstrated Redford's commitment to important social and political issues. His performance was understated yet powerful, showing his growth as an actor capable of carrying a serious message-driven film. Throughout the 1970s, Redford continued to choose roles that combined commercial appeal with artistic merit. Films like The Candidate, 1972, where he played an idealistic politician, and 3 Days of the Condor, 1975, a paranoid thriller, showcased his versatility and his interest in films that addressed contemporary social and political issues. The 1980s brought The Natural, 1984, where Redford played Roy Hobbs, a middle-aged baseball player with a mysterious past. This film allowed him to combine his love of baseball with his acting career, creating one of cinema's most memorable sports dramas. His performance captured both the mythic quality of American baseball and the personal struggles of a man trying to reclaim his destiny. Out of Africa, 1985, paired Redford with Meryl Streep in an epic romantic drama set in colonial Kenya. Playing Dennis Finch Hatton, a free-spirited big-game hunter, Redford delivered one of his most romantic and adventurous performances. The film won 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and showcased Redford's ability to embody both romantic, leading man qualities and the rugged individualism that had become his trademark. Throughout his long and illustrious career, Robert Redford has maintained a relatively private stance regarding his personal health. Though various challenges have emerged over the decades that have affected both his professional work and personal life, his commitment to maintaining an active lifestyle well into his later years has been both a blessing and a source of physical complications. In his younger years, Redford's athletic background and love of outdoor activities served him well in Hollywood. His dedication to performing many of his own stunts in films contributed to his authentic on-screen presence, but also resulted in various injuries over time. The physical demands of his roles, particularly in action sequences and outdoor adventures, took a cumulative toll on his body as he aged. One of the most significant health challenges Redford faced was related to his skin. Given his fair complexion and decades of exposure to intense film lighting and outdoor shooting conditions, he developed several skin cancer concerns. Like many actors of his generation who worked extensively under powerful studio lights and spent considerable time filming in sunny locations, Redford had to undergo multiple procedures to address precancerous and cancerous skin lesions. This experience made him more conscious of sun protection and influenced his later advocacy for health awareness, particularly regarding skin cancer prevention. The actor has also dealt with age-related joint issues, particularly in his knees and back. Years of horseback riding for Western films, skiing, one of his lifelong passions, and general physical activity resulted in wear and tear that became more pronounced as he entered his 70s and 80s. These issues occasionally affected his mobility during film productions and public appearances, though he has generally managed them through a combination of physical therapy, careful exercise regimens, and, when necessary, medical interventions. Redford's commitment to environmental causes and his residence in Utah, where he established the Sundance Resort, has kept him physically active well beyond the typical retirement age. However, this lifestyle also presented its own health challenges. The high altitude of his Utah properties initially caused some adjustment issues, and his continued participation in outdoor activities like skiing and hiking occasionally resulted in minor injuries and strains. In recent years, there have been reports of Redford experiencing some hearing difficulties, likely related to both age and decades of exposure to loud film sets, including action sequences and equipment noise. While not severely debilitating, these issues have required him to be more selective about his professional commitments and have influenced his decision to step back from some aspects of film. The actor has also been open about the mental and emotional toll that a career in Hollywood can take. While not strictly a medical condition, Redford has spoken about periods of stress, exhaustion, and the pressure of maintaining his public image while pursuing meaningful artistic work. The constant scrutiny of celebrity life, combined with his perfectionist tendencies as both an actor and director, contributed to periods of what he has described as creative and personal burnout. Throughout his career, Redford has been proactive about his health, working with personal trainers and maintaining fitness routines that allowed him to continue working actively well into his 80s. His approach to health has been holistic, incorporating not just physical fitness, but also mental well-being through his connection with nature and his various artistic pursuits. Despite these various health challenges, Redford's longevity in both his career and personal life has been remarkable. His commitment to staying active, his relatively clean lifestyle. He has never been known for excessive drinking or drug use, and his strong support system have all contributed to his ability to maintain his health and continue working decades longer than many of his contemporaries. The actor's health consciousness has also influenced some of his later career choices, leading him to be more selective about physically demanding roles, and to focus more energy on directing and producing, which, while still demanding, are less physically taxing than intensive acting roles. Robert Redford's life, while marked by tremendous professional success and public acclaim, has been deeply touched by personal tragedy and loss. These experiences have profoundly shaped his character, influenced his artistic choices, and contributed to the depth and authenticity he brings to his performances and directorial work. The earliest and perhaps most formative loss in Redford's life was the death of his younger brother during infancy. This tragedy occurred when Robert was still very young, but it cast a long shadow over the Redford household and contributed to a sense of melancholy that would follow him throughout his life. The loss affected his parents deeply, and young Robert, despite his age, absorbed the grief and sadness that permeated his home. This early encounter with mortality and family pain would later inform his ability to portray complex, emotionally wounded characters with remarkable authenticity. In 1958, Redford married Lola Van Wegen, a young woman he met during his college years. Their marriage would last for 27 years and produce 4 children: Scott, Shauna, David, and Amy. However, their family would be touched by profound tragedy when their eldest son, Scott, died in 1959 at just 2 and 1/2 months old from sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. This devastating loss occurred early in Redford's marriage and career, and it fundamentally changed both him and Lola. The death of baby Scott was a trauma from which the couple never fully recovered. Redford, who was just beginning to establish himself as an actor, found himself grappling with overwhelming grief while trying to maintain his professional momentum. The loss made him more introspective and serious about his work, and it contributed to his lifelong interest in characters dealing with loss, guilt, and redemption. This personal tragedy also influenced Redford's later directorial work, particularly his debut film, Ordinary People, 1980, which dealt with a family coping with the accidental death of their eldest son. The film's exploration of grief, guilt, and family dynamics was deeply personal for Redford, drawing from his own experience of loss. His sensitive handling of the material and his ability to direct actors through emotionally challenging scenes earned him the Academy Award for Best Director. The strain of losing Scott, combined with the pressures of Redford's growing fame and career demands, eventually took a toll on his marriage to Lola. While they had 3 more children together, and remained married for many years, the relationship was marked by periods of distance and difficulty. Lola became increasingly involved in environmental and social activism, while Redford's career required extensive travel and long periods away from home. In 1985, Robert and Lola divorced, ending a 27-year marriage. While the divorce was amicable, and they remained committed co-parents, it represented another significant loss for Redford. The end of his marriage meant not only the dissolution of his family unit, but also the loss of daily contact with his children and the stability that his marriage had provided during his rise to stardom. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Redford also experienced the loss of several close friends and colleagues in the entertainment industry. The death of his frequent co-star and friend Paul Newman in 2008 was particularly difficult for him. Newman had been not only a professional collaborator but also a genuine friend, and their on-screen chemistry in Butch Cassidy and The Sundance Kid and The Sting had been based on real mutual respect and affection. Newman's death marked the end of an era for Redford and served as a reminder of his own mortality. The loss of other friends and contemporaries in Hollywood, including directors, producers, and fellow actors with whom he had worked closely, contributed to a sense of isolation that Redford has spoken about in interviews. As he aged, he found himself increasingly alone among the survivors of Hollywood's golden age, carrying memories and experiences that fewer and fewer people could share or understand. Redford has also experienced the pain of watching his mother Martha decline with age and eventually pass away. His relationship with his parents had been complex, particularly with his father, who had never fully understood or supported his artistic ambitions. The death of his parents represented not only personal loss, but also the end of any possibility of resolving long-standing family tensions and achieving the understanding he had always sought. These cumulative losses have contributed to Redford's reputation as a somewhat solitary figure despite his public prominence. Friends and colleagues have noted that he can be introspective and melancholic, qualities that have served his artistic work well, but have also made him a more private and guarded person than his public image might suggest. The tragedies in Redford's personal life have also influenced his choice of projects, both as an actor and director. He has been drawn to stories that explore themes of loss, redemption, and the resilience of the human spirit. Films like A River Runs Through It, which he directed, dealt with family relationships and loss, while his performance in The Natural explored themes of second chances and overcoming past tragedies. At 88 years old, Robert Redford has transitioned from being one of Hollywood's most prominent leading men to becoming an elder statesman of cinema and environmental activism. While he announced his retirement from acting in 2018 with his final starring role in The Old Man and the Gun, his influence on the entertainment industry and American culture continues to be profound and far-reaching. Today, Redford splits his time primarily between his homes in Utah and California, with his main residence being his beloved Sundance Resort in the Wasatch Mountains of Utah. This property, which he purchased in the 1960s and developed over decades, remains the centerpiece of his current life. The resort embodies his commitment to environmental sustainability and serves as a retreat where he can connect with nature while continuing his various business and artistic endeavors. The Sundance Institute and Film Festival, which Redford founded in 1981, remains his most significant ongoing project and legacy. Now in its fifth decade, Sundance has become the premier platform for independent film in the United States and has launched the careers of countless directors, writers, and actors. Redford continues to be actively involved in the organization's direction and mission. Though he has stepped back from day-to-day operations to focus on strategic vision and mentorship, under his continued guidance, Sundance has expanded beyond its annual Park City Festival to include year-round programs, international initiatives, and digital platforms that support emerging artists. The Institute's commitment to diverse voices and innovative storytelling reflects Redford's own evolution as an artist and his recognition of changing demographics and perspectives in American cinema. Environmental activism remains a central focus of Redford's current life. He serves on the boards of several environmental organizations and continues to advocate for climate action, renewable energy, and conservation efforts. His activism has evolved from the passionate advocacy of his younger years to a more measured, strategic approach that leverages his celebrity status and connections to influence policy and public opinion. In recent years, Redford has become increasingly vocal about political issues, particularly those related to environmental protection and democratic institutions. He has been critical of policies that he believes threaten environmental progress and has used his platform to encourage voter participation and civic engagement among younger generations. Family remains important to Redford in his later years. He married his second wife, Sybil Zegers, a German born artist in 2009 after a long courtship. Their relationship has provided him with companionship and stability in his later years, and Zegers shares his passion for environmental issues and artistic expression. She is an accomplished painter and environmental activist in her own right, and their partnership has been built on shared values and mutual respect for each other's work. Redford's relationship with his surviving children, Shauna, David, and Amy, remains close, and he takes pride in their individual accomplishments. His son, David, has followed in his footsteps as a filmmaker and activist, while his daughters have pursued careers in environmental advocacy and journalism. The family maintains strong ties despite the geographic distances that often separate them. As a grandfather, Redford has found new purpose and joy in spending time with his grandchildren. Friends report that he is a devoted and engaged grandfather who enjoys sharing his love of nature and storytelling with the younger generation of his family. This role has provided him with a different kind of fulfillment than his professional achievements and has given him perspective on what truly matters in life. Redford's current lifestyle reflects his lifelong commitment to simplicity and authenticity. Despite his wealth and fame, he continues to live relatively modestly, preferring outdoor activities and quiet pursuits to lavish entertainment or extensive travel. He remains an avid skier, hiker, and horseman. Though he has had to modify these activities somewhat due to his age and physical limitations, the actor-director has also become more selective about his public appearances, choosing to participate only in events that align with his values or support causes he believes in. He regularly appears at Sundance-related events and environmental conferences, but has largely stepped back from the traditional Hollywood social scene. In terms of his artistic legacy, Redford has been working on various projects to preserve and share the history of independent cinema and environmental activism. He has been involved in documentary projects that chronicle the development of the Sundance Institute and has contributed to oral history projects that capture the experiences of his generation of filmmakers. Looking toward the future, Redford has expressed interest in mentoring young artists and activists. Seeing this as perhaps his most important contribution in his remaining years, he believes that passing on knowledge and experience to younger generations is essential for continuing the work he has championed throughout his career. Despite officially retiring from acting, Redford remains open to projects that deeply resonate with him, though he has made it clear that any future involvement would need to be meaningful and aligned with his current priorities. He has stated that he is more interested in supporting others' artistic endeavors than in pursuing his own performance. Career. Today's Robert Redford represents the culmination of a life lived with purpose and principle. While he may no longer be the golden-haired leading man who captured hearts in the 1970s, he has evolved into something perhaps more valuable, a wise elder whose influence extends far beyond entertainment into areas of social justice, environmental protection, and artistic nurturing. His current life reflects a man who has successfully navigated the transition from star to statesman, while maintaining the core values that have guided him throughout his remarkable journey.